Not even a good month since Blueface has come home, and he's already trying to little boy Mike Epps. Everyone knows about the viral clip from Jim Jones' artist to artist interview with Mike Epps, where Mike Epps is saying, hey, guys who do a long stint in prison shouldn't be celebrated when they come home. They're criminals, they did bad things, they shouldn't be celebrated at all. Now, Mike Epps has since apologized if his message was delivered the wrong way, since he did do an interview with Jim Jones, and this interview actually released within the week that Max B came home. A lot of people suspected that this was a shot at Max B that was orchestrated by Jim Jones. Well, Mike Epps says that this had nothing to do with Max B and that his message came across the wrong way, but Blueface is really out here G-checking Mike Epps. Blueface tells Mike Epps, his elder, to stay in his lane. Is there about to be another online crash out of nowhere?
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm mad.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. We back again with another one, gang. Make sure you're hitting that hype button, because hype points help the channel in a major way. Listen, gang, Blueface is out here going crazy. He says that Mike Epps needs to stay in his lane when it comes to his take on people coming home from prison and not being celebrated because apparently they did bad things, and people are not celebrating enough graduations and etc. according to Mike Epps. Now, Blueface just came home, alright, not too long ago, a good month ago, and I guess he feels some type of way about what Mike Epps is saying, or does he? Is he looking for clout? Is this a clout move to boost Blueface in the algorithm? Listen, this could also be the case, but I guess Mike Epps seems like an easy target right about now for Blueface. Because one thing that Blueface is gonna do is make sure his name gets mentioned across the internet. Now, Mike Epps did do an apology video in response to the backlash of the interview he did with Jim Jones on the artist to artist platform, and he is actually saying that, look, you guys misinterpreted my whole message, champ. Check it out.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home. They've been in prison forever. I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison, being celebrated, you know, feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that, you know, misunderstood what I said. Wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great, that you want to go home, go do 30 years and come home. You know, I don't think that's cool. So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And about the food stamp thing. The food stamp thing was misunderstood too. What I was saying is that we need to break the cycle of being on food stamps. There's 3 generations of people that have been on food stamps. Of grandmother, mother, and daughter. That's crazy. We gotta do better. We can't think that we need assistance. I know there's some people out there that need assistance. That's well, fine, and understood. But there's people out there taking advantage of the system that's not good. So just want to apologize if I offended anybody. You know I love y'all, man, and keep on doing the right thing. Peace.
Yeah, so Mike Epps apologized, alright, for what he said. And I guess he says, look, y'all took it the wrong way. This was definitely not about Max B whatsoever, in case anyone had any real feelings or felt a way about him saying this as soon as Max B came home. Now, I'm not gonna lie. We truly don't know if this was aimed at Max B. We don't know the MO. We don't know what China conversation that Jimmy and Mike had, prior to the interview, to where this conversation would pop up and go viral. We don't know, all right? Because honestly, Jim Jones hates, and I mean hates, Max B. This is just what it is, and we know why. At least most of us should, at least. But point being is, Mike Epps apologized. Do I think he needed to apologize? Not really, but I don't think Blueface seen this apology video either. He's only responding to the initial video that went viral, because obviously Mike Epps' apology video isn't gonna go as viral as his original video, because it's not as negative, it's too positive, and he is kind of backtracking with what he said. And in case you didn't hear what Mike Epps said, here's the small clip of exactly what triggered Blueface.
Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young men. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get a care package. You are a failure. Get out here and help these kids. Pay that back forward. You see what I'm saying? That's the reward.
So yeah, I understand people who took this the wrong way, because the way that he was going about it, his energy, how he was so adamant about what he was saying, it seemed like he was saying anyone, literally just a broad statement, anyone who's doing a loan bid and coming home shouldn't be celebrated at all because they did something bad, and people should celebrate more graduations and etc. I can understand a lot of people, giving him backlash for that, because why would you have to say this? Because there's innocent people who go to prison and etc. So he clarified exactly what he meant when he was saying it, but it's too late now, because once the damage is done, you really can't repair it, even if you do apologize. If you apologize, you just can't repair the damages. People rather hold on to the negative thing that you seemingly said, and they'll run with it rather than actually forgive you for what you done, because forgiveness is just not what the internet does. Let's just be honest about the situation. Now, Blueface is either clout chasing, or Blueface is actually feeling some type of way about what Mike Epps said, because maybe he felt like he was getting dissed, and I guess he has a reason to feel that way. But Blueface went on this rant on Instagram where he's pretty much G-checking Mike Epps, saying, hey man, stay in your lane, you're not a tough guy. Yeah, you fall back. Let the steppers or the gang members do them and be them. You mind your business. You stay on the sidelines, champ. Alright, this ain't the game you playing. So if you ain't in it, then you might as well just not have an opinion. Now let's take a look at what Blueface said.
Okay, Mike Epps, I ain't gonna lie, when I seen that video saying that,
where's my controller at?
I knew it was gonna be taken wrong. Just because, people are living a certain lifestyle, and
It's not working.
I would be equivalent to somebody coming out and saying we shouldn't celebrate somebody who's on stage telling jokes. They should go to school. No one man has enough power to speak on other lifestyles, however people living. If they keeping it solid to that, I think Mike Epps, you should just stay in your place, brother. You shouldn't even speak on that type of lifestyle, because you're not living that type of lifestyle. So, like I said, the best way for me to help you understand is a motherfucker coming out and saying, yo, I don't think we should celebrate comedians. They just tell jokes all day. They're very uneducated. They're very class clowns. They've been a problem in school, so we shouldn't celebrate them because they're funny. You would be offended by that, right? So imagine somebody living a lifestyle that comes with jail, prison, and they come home and they should be celebrated, because that ultimately makes them want to be free and do better. So I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, they ain't gonna fuck with that, you know? Real niggas ain't gonna fuck with that game.
Yeah, so Blueface is pretty much trying to hurt Mike Epps. We just gotta call it down the middle, gang. Call it like it is, man. He's trying to hurt Mike Epps. He's saying Mike Epps is out on no type of time and you not a street guy. You ain't gangster. Listen, Mike Epps is from the hood. With all due respect, Mike Epps is an older gentleman now. He's not in his youth anymore, okay? This doesn't mean Mike Epps is soft by any means. This doesn't mean Mike Epps is not allowed to voice his opinion, because to be honest, Mike Epps can say whatever the hell Mike Epps wants to say as a grown man. Can't nobody stop him from saying it, whether they agree or disagree. You're not going to agree with everyone. But apparently, Blueface and others may have felt dissed by his statements due to the fact that they came home around the time that this interview got released. So because of that, they're trying to attack Mike Epps to some degree. They're trying to say, hey bro, you need to stay out the way. You need to mind your business when it comes to street business. Now, of course, I feel like Mike Epps is going to end up crashing out behind this, maybe, or he might take the positive route. He might do some father to son, type of reaction, possibly, because he's way older than Blueface. Mike Epps could be Blueface's pops. Like, this probably isn't going to turn into anything crazy. Like, I can't see Mike Epps trying to turn this into anything crazy, because I don't think Mike Epps is really trying to go down that path. Now, could someone else possibly crash out for Mike Epps? That could be a possibility. That might happen. Well, Blueface is looking for that attention anyway. Blueface wants the smoke. Blueface wants the attention, and he knows how to get the attention. Blueface is not an idiot. Listen, Blueface might not even be upset about what Mike Epps had to say. He just knows how to keep his name in the algo, champs. Yeah, he knows how to keep his name on the internet, keep his name in the headlines. This story will probably reach TMZ more than likely, because obviously it's drama. So yeah, a lot of tabloids is gonna cover this madness, and they're gonna go in and say, hey man, look, it look like Blueface applying pressure to Mike Epps. You dig? And that's kind of crazy, even though Mike Epps apologized. I'm pretty sure Blueface probably seen the apology video too, but he just knows how to stir up the controversy. So at the end of the day, listen, I'm not really mad at what Mike Epps said, because that's his own opinion. That man believes in what he said, and he didn't just say these things and he just left it as is. He clarified what he meant. Now, did he have to apologize? Probably not, because truthfully, he don't owe nobody an apology. But I guess he wanted to make himself more clear on what he meant, just in case people did take what he said the wrong way. But gang, how do y'all think this ends? Do you think that there's gonna be some type of back and forth between Blueface and Mike Epps? Is someone gonna crash out? Listen, I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Make sure you hitting that like. Make sure you sharing the video, and also please make sure you're hitting that hype button, because it helps the channel in a major way. Also, make sure you subscribe to the mayor's second platform known as Big Gotham, which is a YouTube channel that I made a couple months ago with nearly 1,000 subs. And also make sure you go to the mayor's Discord, which is also called Big Gotham, with nearly 1,000 users, because it's a lit Discord, as well as the mayor's Twitter community, which is called Showface News. Listen, everything is in the pinned comment. Make sure you hit those links. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only real New York mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.